Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the resolve. It is the final countdown. This Saturday is Avi-Mania III, the third ever annual AWE pay-per-view, the one that kicked off all of the zaniness, the craziness that we are experiencing today, and we are back with the third ever Rebellion. Well, look at that. A lovely set of threes. You love to see it. Get excited because tonight is going to be where we decide so many factors. First and foremost, the polls are open once again, and they're closing this Thursday. Not a lot of time to vote this time because your top, I won't say 5 because some ties did happen. I think just for the gentleman's bracket at this point in time, actually, it could be no longer tied. We'll see. We will see. Go ahead and make those selections because you'll be voting for your number 1. You'll get 2 votes, and the person with the most votes will go on to Avi-Mania III. So, are you ready? Tonight, we're also gonna, well, they'll be going to, first of all, Avi-Mania in the All-Star Championship match, but also I've talked to Sonic the Hedgehog. After winning his match and being faster than his opponent Sho Tucker, he was allowed to pick the stipulations, and he said over the last many a months, Sho Tucker has put him through hell. And so there would be no grander place to end their rivalry than inside of Hell in a Cell. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sho Tucker, one final stand against each other. But we still have a couple more things to settle when it comes to Avi-Mania III. Starting off, of course, as I actually calmed this down, we are about to have our 3rd out of 4, the 4th one you guys are voting for, competitor enter the Gentleman's All-Star Championship match, and our opponents are going to be truly spectacular. A little bit of return for one, and a return to form for another. Tonight, starting right now, you will be seeing. It's odd because the music has not come back in, and I know the music is supposed to be playing 2K24. There we go. We always know. We love a broken game. Tonight, outside of the event that we have starting this show, in the main event, we will have a Miss Mona Megistus go one-on-one with now Extreme Rules winner goes on to Avi-Mania III. 2 big 5-person elimination matches with all of the OCs who have made it into that championship match at Avi-Mania III. The OC champions are in play and all of their challengers here tonight. It'll be a gauntlet style match at Avi-Mania, but tonight, everybody's in the ring at the same time. And right in the middle of our show, we're gonna have the 2 gentlemen who are in the ladder match, who don't really have that much to their name, don't really have that much ring experience. We'll be going one-on-one, a little friendly match. Gamma versus Fulgent, 1v1, and it's gonna be exciting. But don't forget, we also have that one-on-one interview. Dirk Madison will figure out what's going on with Lumine, and last but not least, is actually first but not least, and it's about to start right now. The Gatekeeper and Arven go one-on-one, and one will go to Avi-Mania III. And that match starts right now. We are here, it is Rebellion, and it is live. Coming out first, as we said, returning to form, has not been here in a hot minute. It is Arven. Looking up at the stars, knows things that are about to get extreme because the man who he's up against is someone who has been the AWE champion before. But don't take anything away from Arven. He is one of the greatest tables champions of all time. I would say the greatest, but now there's a conversation to be had between himself and between AJ Styles, who has had a stranglehold on that championship since he got it earlier this year. Arven's focused on bigger prizes, grander prizes, a new main championship, and it is the All-Star Wrestling Championship, the AWE All-Star Wrestling Championship. He's been an inaugural champ before. Can he do it again at Avi-Mania III? That's what he's looking to do, and I'm excited to see if he's going to be able to do it. Arven, to get there, you're going to have to get through this man. Ladies and gentlemen, he is back.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 200.
A man who won the championship. A man who found himself in the audience, found himself converged, and now has found himself again, and is telling everyone his story, and saying, never give up. The Gatekeeper is back, and he's got something to report, or at least he wants to. He wants to report that he'll be at Avi-Mania 3, but he's going to have to go up against a very game Arven. They know what they're fighting for, and this match is going to be hard-hitting. It is going to be big shots left and right, and it is going to be a banger, if anything. Arven, Gatekeeper, I don't think they've ever gone one-on-one. I'm not even sure if they've ever been in the same match before, but let me tell you, it's about to be a spectacular showing. Two of the greats, two all-stars in their own right, two big names go toe-to-toe for the first time right here at the Sunday show, AWE Rebellion. Gatekeeper, welcome home. It's good to see him again. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure. He's got to get through Arven, and Arven, he's the ultimate underdog. In this fight, I would think that he is the underdog, but we're about to see if the ultimate underdog can do what he does best and pull out an unexpected victory as this match kicks off. Hopefully, I am at my actual PC and I can give you guys a poll. If not, well, just shout it out in the chat. Tell me who you're rooting for. Big reverse DDT. A Gatekeeper has been out of action for a long time. I think trying to find himself. I heard at some point Gatekeeper had nothing to report, and his nothing to report was just, maybe I'm not coming back. He's been through so much. He found himself converged, but maybe he's now found his heart again, making sure that everyone knows that it's never rather time to give up. And Arven, he believes that too. If anyone believes that you should never give up, it's Arven. Arven, who in his actual series never gave up. Arven, or never gave up on his partner Pokemon. Got him back to health, did some wild, not like crazy things to get him back to health, but did all of the things that he could, and eventually it all worked out. That being said, both of these gentlemen know a lot about not giving up. Both of these gentlemen know a lot about championships. Both of these gentlemen know what this match means, and they are going to go wild in this match to ensure that one of them walks out worthy of going to the All-Star Championship match. But once again, speaking of that match, the poll is open right now. Hopefully it is in the pins. One must really hope that that's the case, but we'll see about that. And I'm excited to see who's gonna make it. Who do y'all think's gonna make it? You're doing your voting. I know I might be in the chat. I would hope that I'm in the chat. Uh-oh. Lifted up and powerbomb, pop-up powerbomb by Arven. I was gonna say for Extreme Rules, not a single item's been put into play, but Arven's looking to change that real quick as a trash can's now in his hands. Toss it right almost on top of the Gatekeeper. It looks like it almost kind of glitched over top of him. Roll up though, and that is one. And it's just one. Gatekeeper trying to weaken the head, weaken any extremities he can on Arven. Arven lifted up to the skies, not able to get a reversal off, and dropped on the ropes. Here's the thing, you get dropped on those ropes wrong, you might extend your elbow, might dislocate a shoulder blade, have to pop it right back in place during the match. That's something you don't want to see. And something Arven didn't want to see is himself go high into the sky and his back and neck going slamming into the mat. Gatekeeper is looking to take out the trash. No, he's looking to go flying instead through the ropes. Arven taken out as a rebellion rolls on. Kick to the arm. Gatekeeper, he knows how to get down with the best of them. He does. Some have to wonder, if Gatekeeper had not been cashed in on by Yosuke over a year ago, would he still have the championship? Potentially. He could have won that ladder match. What would be the Gatekeeper's fate? How would he be going through this? I'm not entirely sure. Is Gatekeeper thinking about going flying again? No, he's waiting for Arven to get back in. Even put the weapon down, but Arven said, hey, it's Extreme Rules. How about I pick a weapon up? This time introducing a ladder into the play. Gatekeeper versus Arven. Arven turns him around. I think Arven was trying to hit that somersault on Prettier, and instead, he's coming back. Boom! Wicked clothesline. Gatekeeper's fired up now. Tosses that trash can. It goes crazy on Arven, and a stomp to the back. Arven now the one in incredible danger. That reversal of the finisher has completely changed the entire landscape of this fight. Arven got hit with that trash can, got brutalized with his back on that ladder, and now he is struggling in this fight, able to stand right back up though, but get caught with a spear out of nowhere by the Gatekeeper, ran into it. His ribs, his midsection, and his resiliency are all gone and out. Gatekeeper's looking to end this one early, climbs to the top rope, saying, hey, get on up, Arven, I'm securing my ticket to Avi-Mania. And Arven's in trouble. Dropped. Oh, hold on a minute. Big chop. Arven returns fire again. Throwing hands left and right to Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper trying to keep up, but Arven's still just slapping the heck. And here's the thing. All that heavy metal, it's got to be hurting Arven's hands, but he's fighting through that pain, fighting through every chop, fighting through every hit, and you can hear the resounding sounds of those hits. But look at this. He's up in the sky as styles clash, center of the ring, and Arven, his Avi-Mania III dreams may be over. Gatekeeper picks this up handily. My gosh. In the blink of an eye, Arven had the advantage but had his finisher reversed. Gatekeeper then said, let me also get this comeback, and then it was just curtains. From that moment forward, it was all Gatekeeper every second of the way. Congratulations. Our match is almost set. The gentlemen now see Kyutaro Berg, who went through and defeated Nekomaru. They now see Arataki Ito, who went through and defeated the Great Gozu, and with a 1-2-3, Arven must step to the side as the Gatekeeper walks into Avi-Mania III. However, you will be voting on that fourth competitor in that match. Those polls are open now. They close this Thursday. But hey, we gotta keep on going because we have ourselves a show as the stars go black. It's good to see Gatekeeper back. He had something to report, and he's reporting that at Avi-Mania, he's throwing hands. And this Friday at, Fracture? The last show before Avi-Mania 3, we will be seeing Kyutaro Berg versus the Gatekeeper, perhaps even the Great Keeper, because he is pretty great. And of course, Arataki Ito will be going in a triple threat match right before Avi-Mania, and honestly, that's good odds for your pick. We'll see what they can do. For right now, though, we're going to continue onward. Once again, now we have a fatal 5-way match, elimination style, 5 OCs, 1 goal, and that goal is to build momentum, show what they can do as their approaching match is coming. It will be showing up very soon at Avi-Mania III, but who is going to walk out with the OC Championship? Who's going to build momentum tonight? Let's find out right now. It is Eren, it is Ashi, it is Alix, it is Stell, and it is Angel. And it is right now as the stars go black. Let's see it. And out first. Now I want you to keep in mind who's coming out when. This doesn't insinuate how they'll come out in the gauntlet match, but let's just talk about it. Imagine right now if this were Saturday, Alix would be coming out in the #1 spot out of 5 in this gauntlet match. She would have to survive the whole gauntlet, and it would be a struggle. We've seen nobody actually do it before. We've seen people come close. Sakura Ogami, the closest person to ever run an entire gauntlet, was stopped dead in her tracks at the very end by Sayaka Mizuno. Tonight, it's gonna be Alix. At Avi-Mania III, will it be Alix starting off again? We'll see. But right now, Alix, I think, is just prepared to show everyone what she can do. She showed the people what she could do against Ashi. Didn't beat Ashi, but came devastatingly close. The two of them were able to handle the Fractured Beast, handle everyone else in that match, but now we go on to see what else is about to unfold. Because coming out next, if this were the gauntlet, your OC champion would be the one who would be entering in #2, would also have to run the whole gauntlet. Keep this in mind. Stell for the first time at AWE Rebellion. For the first time outside of an AWE show. Stell King. The AWE OC champion. There she is. She is a force to be reckoned with. Had an incredible Iron Woman match against Ezra at OC Revolution. One for the books. It ended with a tie, but that means that that championship stays around the shoulder of Stell, and we have to wonder, is she gonna do the impossible and retain at Avi-Mania III as well? If this were Avi-Mania III, she would be out, and she would have to take out Alix, she would have to take out Ashi, she would have to take out Angel, and she would have to take out Eren, she would have to take out every single person. That being said, that's not the case right now. It is 5 competitors, and the third person could potentially have been Ashi. Ashi would have a little bit of advantage against potentially the champion, or at this point we could already guarantee that we have a new champion. Unsure. We saw Ashi be the star of the show against the mime, the silly mime, a week ago. Will Ashi be the star of the show again tonight? I guess we'll see about that. Very happy. Congratulations, Ashi. Maybe congratulations are a little bit too early to be called. Will Ashi be able to hang tough at Avi-Mania III? Will Ashi walk out as your new OC champion? Once again, there's a possibility. The cameras are all on her. The pictures are all being taken. I'm, at the very least, excited to find out. I know these competitors left and right. I know their move sets a little bit. Dirk knows them actually a little bit better than me. We'll actually be hearing from Dirk a little bit later tonight. Let's see how this all plays out. Next, however, is someone who was a looming threat. Displayed unheard of power and aggression at OC Revolution. However, in the end was bested by the boot camp, by who would be our final person walking out if this were Gauntlet rules. This is not the Repairman. It's not the Eater of Worlds. No, no. Instead, walking through that door is contrary to the name, anything but an angel. And here she comes. In a second. She's taking her time. She's gonna be here in a second. She might have like gotten lost. Oh, she found the door. It's good. We are all good. Angel walks through the gates and is ready to play. I'm excited. This match is going to be spectacular. Let me know. You guys should have your polls. I expect to be home, admittedly, on this Sunday. How are you all doing this Sunday as well? How am I doing this Sunday, me? Most importantly, last Sunday my aunt was in town, so I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll go get lunch. Or I guess dinner. I guess it was dinner. It was dinner. It was like 4 o'clock that we went. 4:30. We went at 4:30. That's why I was on mobile. I was on mobile that day, but today I hopefully will be able to give you guys your polls, as Rebellion is going to be hot tonight. It's been a fun little display. Rebellion has been featuring both OCs and regular competitors. We've not seen any of them cross streams yet, I don't think, but with all the chaos that happens, we might see it soon, who knows? Rebellion is must see. You gotta be here. You gotta watch out. You gotta be ready for it. Oh, as that lantern swirls round and round. Angel stares deep in there, X's in the eyes, a subtle smile as the music and the lights go out. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 competitors out. If this were Gauntlet rules, number 5 would be Eren
From New York,
Toijima. One who was a force to be reckoned with, had a little bit of a curse when it came to Rebellion, but now that surely ain't the case. And look at those arms too, goodness gracious. Not the case. Knows good and well how to handle anybody. One big old boot at the boot camp could send your head flying high across the sky and could send your back to the mat for 1, 2, 3. It's Fatal 5-Way rules. The action's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be less chaotic when it goes down to Gauntlet rules this Saturday at Avi-Mania 3, which should be at about 1 p.m. Should be at 1 p.m. Eastern time? That sounds about right. Anywho, get ready for it. Oh, got a text massage. Anywho, Eren is ready. Best of luck to her. The one goes up, and everyone cheers. Eren confident in her abilities now. Eren confident in the boot that could go into your face. And this match, Clyde's calling it, and it begins right now. Alix goes right after Eren. Stell, champion, goes right after Ashi. And everyone's going after everybody at this point. It's elimination. 5 competitors, 1 will be left standing. Falls count in the ring. There's no disqualifications with this many people in the ring. And that is, not even a 1 count. We got ourselves a battle. We got ourselves a brawl. And I'm ready for every single second of it. Missed that kicker. And got hit with a German suplex instead. Ashi's being teamed up against able to knock the skull of the champion and one of the challengers against each other. Stell taken out. Oh, but still standing. Not really taken out. Nobody's getting taken out yet. But there does seem to be a target on Ashi's back. Perhaps Ashi may have gotten too much attention drawn to her, trying to be the star of the show. But if anyone can handle that pressure, I suppose it is Ashi going right after the champion. But Angel's still going right after Ashi. Alix trying to clothesline the champion. And there's just trading blows for every single person in this ring as the wise competitor in Eren goes to get a barbed wire baseball bat. Taken out with a relative ease. Oh, hold on. Stomp to the midsection. Eren now down. That barbed wire baseball bat, it sounds like it's scratching up the mat. Don't want that to happen. Somebody pick that thing up. Stell introducing a table into the mix. Ashi trying to separate some of the vertebrae and the spine of Angel, trying to make sure, hey, maybe we'll just have a 4-person gauntlet instead. Because I'll tell you what, someone could walk into Avi-Mania injured if this match goes to be a little bit too brutal. Turned around. Oh my gosh, trying to choke Ashi out, but it looks like it was incidentally broken up. Eren slapped 2 competitors at the same time. Alix not too fond of that, and a kick of her own. We know Alix has some intense kicks. In the corner again. Boot by Ashi. Ashi then going after Eren. Eren and Ashi, the 2 competitors who won their matches in OC Revolution, going at it right now. And Ashi now just going after everybody but Stell, our champion, in a gory position. Angel, oh, this is, I was gonna say, it looks like it was almost a submission hold of sorts. Eren tossed in the corner. Stell focused back on Angel. Swinging Angel by the neck. Oh my gosh. Into the pinfall 1. Just a 1 count. Just a 1 count. And here's the thing. Falls have to happen in the ring. Just like in that gauntlet match, falls will have to happen in the ring. Eren has a football in hand. No longer in hand as Stell rolls out of the ring. Eren, it looks like Foot almost caught the face of Clyde. Big uppercut, another big uppercut, uppercut after uppercut, but it didn't phase Ashi. Ashi stuck on the ropes there for a second, and another sleeper hold locked in deep on Ashi, and I think a big kick just happened to poor Stell, but able to roll Eren up, goes for the pinfall. Clyde's having to focus on all sorts of everything in this fight. I think Eren was about to go for that discus boot. Boot camp could have connected right then and there, and it could have been lights out for our champion. Imagine our champion is the first one eliminated in this fight. It could happen, because right now the champion, I believe, is the first one who was stunned in this fight. Ooh! Rolling the film is Ashi, going for the pin. That's 1. That's 2. I don't know who was getting pinned there, but I'll tell you who burned resiliency. It was Stell. I'm not sure who Clyde was counting because they got pinned at the same time, but Stell had to use resiliency, so I suppose that's who. But look at this, Stell might be in even more danger in a second. Look at the swagger. Oh my gosh, Stell, the champion, is the first person out in this fight. And did you see the smile and the confidence on the face after that slam by Alix? We're going to have to stop after that. Stell the first person out. Stell flopping. Is that really a flop, or potentially even trying to save face, trying to save energy for Avi-Mania 3? Maybe Stell said, hey, I think I'm done here, and wants to get out right now so everyone else burns themselves out, waste all their energy trying to show what they're worth. Ooh! Alix is the one who's kind of putting a spotlight on herself today. And I think you have to. I think the biggest people who need those spotlights are Angel and Alix. They didn't win their respective matches. They got to second. Dodge of that big boot. Boot camp would have connected and it would have been all over. But what is this connecting? Nothing, because Ashi got in the way. Oh, but got caught with a kick. Almost got caught with boot camp. What's going on here? Dragged over to the ropes. Angel trying to choke Eren out in the corner. Ashi's getting decimated by Alix. Big chops, but a reversal again by Alix. And now alone in the ring, the 2 people who I said might need to prove themselves in this fight as Ashi rolls back in. Tosses Alix into the corner. Doesn't go for a move, instead goes for a weapon, oddly picking up the barbed wire baseball bat by the barbed wire. Not the best idea, but look at this combination by Eren. Oh my gosh! What a soldier, a maneuver you only expect from... Oh! Ashi caught that. Ashi caught that. That was about to be boot camp to the face. The turn was happening. It was almost curtains for her. Instead, Ashi's firing back. Eren trying to hold on tough. Nobody else, I believe, has burned resiliency in this fight. Alix trying to hang in as well. Oh my gosh, goodness gracious. And now, once again, everyone's hurting in this fight. Nobody's injured yet, but I wholly expect someone to walk into Avi-Mania 3 injured at this point. Stell might have had the right idea. Big kick. Oh, maybe not all the way connecting on Ashi. Was able to stand back up, but look at this. Oh my gosh. It was it was a submission, but Eren said we're not playing by those games, not today. But look at that move. Face busted right there. Frozen in place so that move could hit, and that's one, that's two. Eren able to kick out. But Clyde's gonna have to get into that other. Oh, you're gonna have to get down quick, Clyde. That's one. That's two. Alix out too, and I think Boot Camp might have just connected with Angel. It may have, but resiliency was not burned. It is Eren, it is Ashi, and it is Angel. And the film is getting rolled again. Ashi may be proving why she is fit to be the next OC champion, but a kick out. Angel not giving up yet. Eren sliding back into the ring. Stop sign in a hand. Missed move by Angel. And I have a feeling, woohoo, that tonight's not only just going to be a good night. Goodness gracious, do you see the dents in that stop sign? Oh my gosh, her neck against the barbed wire. Her neck was pinned against the barbed wire during that pin. That was brutal. That was a nasty scene that we just saw. Her neck's gotta be scraped up. Eren, don't see her going to the high red district too often. Did go high risk that time. A kick out by Ashi, but just barely. For a second there, I thought resiliency wasn't going to be burned and she was going to be out of this fight. But instead, Angel comes back in and says, I know the both of you won your matches, but I'm about to take you all down bit by bit. Lifts Ashi right back up. Tried to drag Ashi, I believe, to the ropes. Angel not able to get a handle on Ashi. But a reversal, maybe I spoke too soon. Oh my gosh, has the fingers deep into the throat of Ashi. And Ashi's down for one, for two. Resiliency's burned. Eren was waiting there with a baseball bat, and that's hilarious. Oh, goes under. Big splash. Angel the only person standing in this fight. Ashi slowly getting up. Drop kick to the face. Tossed into the knoll, pulled back, and raging up. Eren has two finishers worked up. Walks to the corner and is looking to put this thing away. Oh, but wisely, I was gonna say wisely, we see Angel getting back up, able to get the reversal off. Ashi realizing there's somebody left in this match with resiliency, I gotta take them out too, but there's a danger lurking in that ring, and that danger is named Angel. Once again, anything but goes under again, and drives right. Oh, not through, sends Ashi flying instead. And another sleeper hold locked in deep, and Ashi may have to tap out right here, right now. Does not. Able to get the foot over. And survives, and a head, a stop sign rather, right to the head of Angel. Ashi surviving, but a kick to the face. Eren thinking about it. Eren's thinking boot camp, setting up for it. Turns around, boot right to the jaw. Ashi catching an injury, breaking the teeth, and is not out of this fight. Oh my gosh. Perhaps we all spoke a second too soon because we thought it was all over for Ashi. Roll up onto Eren. No resiliency on Eren. 1, 2. Kick out. Resiliency was not burned up yet. Oh, but look at this again. Angel once again trying to just rip the jaw. But look at this, able to get out of it again. No resiliency burned. Everyone, that football sucks, I think. Maybe it's flat. Oh, look at this. Big back suplex, almost on the stop sign. At this point in the match, it could be over very quickly. One pin could take out either Angel or Ashi, but they are both doing their best, fighting their darndest. Reversal there by Angel into a reverse DDT, gets all of it. Thinks about going for the pin, but instead goes for more damage, mocking Ashi with a kick to the face, not once but twice. Now these two are dueling it out, duking it out. Boot camp out of nowhere! Eren may have just taken out Angel in this fight. 1, 2, and it is over for Angel. It is down to the 2 winners from OC Revolution. It is down to Ashi and Eren, these two squaring off. Boom! Eren wisely rolls out, but Ashi realizing, hey, I kicked out of your boot camp once. I can do it again. Try to go for a suplex, but instead Ashi gets out of it. Shot right to the face. Ashi going onto the ropes, turns around, clothesline. Ashi's fired up into the pinfall. Could this be it? 1, 2. Resiliency is burned. There is hope for Ashi. Will it be Eren? Will it be Ashi? Or will it be the barbed wire? Baseball bat coming back into play. No, not that case yet. Dodges that move, weaves out of the way. Looked like was going for boot camp, but instead gets hit with a wicked bone, T-bone suplex. And honestly, on the back of the broken, injured neck, that is enough to put Ashi away. Eren steals this one. My gosh.
Here is your winner.
This could be the site at Avi-Mania 3. This could be your future AWE original character champion. All 5 of these competitors will be going on to fight for the first time on the grandest stage of them all. OC is for the first time at Avi-Mania. And Eren is more than ready. Will Eren win? I don't know, but against against the odds, Ashi came close. Angel was a menace to be reckoned with. Alix had an early strong start, but I think the big picture here, Stell was out immediately. Was that for strategy, or was that a flop? If it wasn't for strategy, that's got to be weighing on the mind of Stell immensely. That being said, the stars go dark. As we continue, congratulations once again to Eren. Eren has been on a little bit of a victory streak. 2 wins, first win at Rebellion. We'll see if it'll be the first win at Avi-Mania. I'm excited to find out. Gauntlet match rules. We know those 5 competitors they put on a show just now. However, after those high stakes, we got 2 people from this big old ladder match. They just competed, actually, in an 8-person Gauntlet Eliminator match. Fulgent lasted for quite some time, showing off his endurance. Gamma, I think, did pretty well as well, but I think the 2 of them know that they still have a lot to prove when it comes to the AWE. They want to prove that they are championship material, and they are going to put on a fight tonight, and that fight is about to start right now. It's a 1v1. It's Gamma, and it is Fulgent. And let's see how it all plays out, because that match begins right now, and it begins as the stars go black. Out first, it's Gamma. Now I want you guys to keep in mind, Gamma just showed up out of nowhere. Was just a robot backstage saying, hello, I am Gamma. I will count all of the sand particles in the desert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There he is. Apparently he stopped counting and showed up to the AWE. Or maybe finished counting, more than likely. Gamma had a pretty decent first match. This time, however, had an okay showing in that Gauntlet Eliminator, but did not really make his mark. Like Fulgent, wanted this opportunity saying, I would like to show what I can do. Look at even the lights on the feet, that's crazy. But you know what, it makes sense, because I mean, he's a big old robot. Fulgent's gonna have his work cut out for him against this. I can't even really call him a beast, he is a electronic marvel, I suppose. But here comes the Prince. Prince Fulgent.
And his opponent from another time,
A man
192 pounds.
amongst dragons. A dragon amongst men. But I think most importantly, he's the leader of his own boy band, the Fulgents. He is also the husband, I suppose the husband of Ophelia, who in the AWE is married to, Haru, some kind of, I don't know, we'll see, things are happening, but we will continue, who would have thunk, huh? AWE is a wild place to be, ain't it? That being said, I guess he wants to compete now too, and I'm very happy to bring it to him. Good on you, Fulgent. Good luck to you, I believe in you. I'm not sure what he just said there. I think he called you all beautiful people, and to check out the Fulgent's next studio album, apparently coming soon. He has his hands up, and the audience is cheering for him. They loved his holiday singles release. And I'll tell you what, I believe in him. But I believe in Gamma too, and I'm wondering who you guys believe in tonight as we see Gamma versus Fulgent. Your votes or your chats are flying in right now, and Clyde starts this matchup. Let's see what they're capable of. Fulgent immediately DDT! Alright, okay, well, you know what? They did say, hey, it's time to prove yourselves. Fulgent even fighting through a little chest injury in that fight, that gauntlet match. He went through everything. He started off early and was one of the last people eliminated, but I'll tell you what, he still wanted this. He still wanted to prove himself. We can only hope he doesn't agitate that injury. At Avi-Mania 3, he could find himself with his back against the wall, falling off of ladders, going through ladders. That kind of intense environment could show off a, oh my gosh, Fulgent, oh my goodness, no! Fulgent trying to prove himself, trying to show what he can do, went face first flying into the announcer's table. Oh no! My gosh, drop kicking. Oh, hold on. Drop kicking Gamma out of the ring, looking on at him. I think he was thinking about jumping again. I was like, oh, this time, I think the worst thing that could happen is me flying into the barricade, face buster sliding into it. Gamma has not been able to get too much offense in this fight. Fulgent, honestly, may be able to do this quick, may be able to pick up a win, lickety-split. Shot to the midsection, DDT. Fulgent, this is way too far for you to hit a move. I don't know what you're thinking. What is he thinking? Oh my gosh, wait a minute, did you see him walk the tightrope? And fly all the way across the ring. That's the power of the dragon. That's crazy. Getting out of the ring. But now, Gamma's starting to get a little bit of, no, look at that, up before Gamma. Fulgent, let that man's cook. Stomp to the face. Looks around, maybe going for that facebuster again. No, trying to go for a kick this time. Gamma swats him down. Big punch, and another big shot, lifting Fulgent up, and an Alabama slam down. His back already a wreck, and that may be going even further now. Able to turn around Gamma, able to turn around the heavy machinery that is Gamma, goes after the leg joints of Gamma. Lifts him back up. What is he thinking at this point? Big combos by Fulgent. Turns around, dancing with them. And a big clothesline, of course. Choreographed by the Fulgents. Big kicks onto... Lane against the ropes. Goes under. Goes over. Fulgent's thinking about clotheslining through, but... Gamma catches him and drops to a knee, going on that jaw of Fulgent, who was hurting and hurting bad already. That's one. That's two. His back. At this point, one knows that he can make it to Avi-Mania, but it's gonna be a harmful time for him as the heavy robot trounces him, falls right atop him. 1, 2, 1. It was barely 2. Absolutely barely 2. What is Gamma thinking at this point? Oh my gosh, what was that? Gamma saying, I do need to prove myself as well. Sends Fulgent around by his neck. Fulgent burns resiliency. And Gamma saying, alright. Second verse, same as the first. Lifts him up. And in the heavens above, slams him down into the pin. Fulgent's arms are right near the ropes, but it's apparently not a rope break as Gamma pulls off the victory. Early in that fight, it was all Fulgent, but he couldn't get a finisher off. One has to hope that Fulgent is not, you just gotta raise his, you gotta, Clyde, get out of there, Clyde, run, Clyde, okay. Alright, okay, okay, alrighty. Clyde, don't worry about raising his hand. He won the match, that's fine. He destroyed Fulgent at the end, raises his arm in victory. Gamma is your winner. Gamma does win. My gosh. Congratulations to him. Someone go check on Fulgent in his back, cause I don't know, man. I'm hurting for that man. But I'll tell you what, we gotta keep going because right now, it is time, as the stars go, dark. Dirk Madison had a one-on-one video interview with Miss Lumine, with our LA Knight, yeah. After being, I don't know what's going on with her. Just, we saw during that 2v2 match last week, I believe, Lumine put hands on Mew. I don't even know why the two of them were out there, but you know what? And then they also brawled backstage. Someone had to get to the bottom of this. We have had our fines dealt out. But let's see what Dirk was able to uncover right now. Salutations across all nations. I am hard-hitting reporter Dirk Madison here with a sit-down interview with Miss Lumine Alexandria Knight. Now, I understand you've been fined by the AWE for an assault backstage, but we don't want to just get to the fine. I'm here to find out the hard facts. I'm here to get to the bottom of it. So do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
I know that you're the one doing the interview, but can I ask you a question? Have you ever been lost before, Dirk?
Well, I was lost in the store once, and my mother had to go to the customer service to phone me over the intercom. I say this is once, but it's actually been more than once. It happened just last week. But I digress. Have you been feeling lost?
It feels like ever since I stepped through those ropes, things haven't really gone my way. I lost, and lost again. I got compared to the likes of Monica. But when she got injured, I got the opportunity to fight with someone close to me. So I chose my best friend. And people booed. People wanted us to lose. But I didn't care. For the first time I've been here, things felt right. But in the end, I let her down too. Where I'm from, everyone knows my name. I was the megastar of Tibet. I was a hero. The Traveler will always save the day in the end. But the day someone needed me the most, I was helpless. I let her down. Again. My travel guide was gone. And I was lost. So many people backstage talked to me, tried to help me through this. Even Navia, my partner, helped me shoulder my pain. But the pain never left. It never really does. But I felt like I had finally been through the worst of it. Until...
Coming out here at number 3. And that, coming out here at number 3 and immediately eliminating the LA Knight. Oh my gosh.
Why?
Oh, don't tell me Mew. Oh no, about to embarrass LA Knight again. Oh my gosh, y'all. LA Knight
At
out
every
of this
turn,
fight.
she does something in her power to ridicule me. To stand in my way. To embarrass me. So to see her ringside in a match where she has no allies, I just snapped. I was ready to forget all about Mew. But holding up that one finger may as well have been a declaration of war. And I won't stop until Mew feels every ounce of pain that I felt. No matter what.
Huh. Well, I guess I have no further questions. Interesting. Now, I understand, admittedly, kind of where LA Knight is coming from. I'll be real with you. That being said, that doesn't warrant an attack backstage. I'm not actually sure who had started that attack backstage. We didn't have that footage. That doesn't warrant, admittedly, taking what was a fantastic match to start. That match between, Navi and Nimona versus Chie and Suzy. They were trying to further their careers, and that has become a stain on their careers. I've talked to them. They don't. And Navia clearly doesn't blame LA Knight, and instead still blames Mew. There's a whole lot of blame going on, but there was one key word in there. I don't know if you heard it, but it's a little trigger word for me. Lumine said it was a declaration of war. And right now it sounds like Mew might have a little siding with Suzy and Chie. Sounds like LA Knight very clearly has a siding with Miss Navi, and I think Nimona just wants to fight. So, fight they will. This Saturday at Avi-Mania, admittedly, in my mind, I thought to myself, well, if Mew and Lumine want to settle this, then by all means. That being said, they've unintentionally involved two teams who were trying to show their worth, and this pushing of the managers, this attack backstage, detracts from what they were doing, distracted them from what they were doing, and we did not get what we should have. We did not get the full effect of what that match could have meant. And since they want to take sides, they can take sides in the cage. They can take sides in the ring. In fact, they can take sides in 2 rings. Because if there's a declaration of war, I think there's only one place to settle that. It will be Miss Muaruma, Chie, and Suzy versus Navia, Nimona, and LA Knight. 3 competitors on each side, 2 rings, 1 cage, and a very intense amount of brutality. Team Mew versus Team LA Knight at Avi-Mania III. War Games. They wanted a declaration, then they can have an entire exclamation. At Avi-Mania, these two sides will go toe-to-toe. Mew has her support group, LA Knight has theirs, and today we learn that in a couple days' time, this Saturday, they clash. That being said, we do still have a show to get on the road. In fact, I don't know if you knew this, but we're about to have the other 5 OCs go toe-to-toe right here, right now. So, are you ready? We have Carlos, who is medically cleared. Medically cleared after that intense move by Pierce. After Golden and Pierce faced off against Jacob. They're all in this match. And then we have our wild card in this match as well, Corey, who had to stand toe-to-toe with Golden, was not able to defeat him then. Will he be able to defeat him tonight? Let's find out as this match kicks on as the stars go dark. If this were the Gauntlet match, out first would be Carlos Calibert, the true wrestling purist. We saw Carlos die. I was watching live actually, to be honest. We watched as Dirk Madison called that match. He was in shock at what had happened. It looked like it was going to be a suplex, but Pierce drove his head into the mat outside of the ring instead. And admittedly, it was hardwood flooring, so I'm surprised this man can still walk. As much as he can still compete, he's moving fine like it never happened, but we all saw it happen. But he never gave up. Much like Gatekeeper's rally flag, he never gave up. And he's still Avi-Mania bound. Good luck to you, Carlos. Your time is not up. But if this were the Gauntlet match, you'd be coming out first. And you know what? Something inside of me believes that he wouldn't want to have it any other way. In fact, I'll be real with you. I think the two people who would want to start that match would be Carlos and Golden. I think that they want the OC Championship, but I think, admittedly, they want to prove themselves even more, to have all sorts of fight. Oh. Interesting. Admittedly, also, look at this.
And from Manila,
Jacob
weighing in at 200
Baker.
pounds, the prestigious
This
champion
would also be Jacob coming out as second. That is wild. Can you believe that Jacob Baker would have been coming out second as well? I think Stell would have been coming out second if this were the Gauntlet match too. Instead, Jacob would be the second person in this match, would have to survive the Gauntlet to keep that championship. Admittedly, I think he might be able to do it. I think he might resort to maybe underhanded tactics. The people have once celebrated Jacob, but Jacob Baker has shown his true colors more recently. And I'll tell you what, nobody likes it. He's made a lot of enemies. In fact, he's made a lot of enemies in this match. One of them being... Well, I called that actually. Good for me. One of them being the Mafia, and a member of the Mafia walks out right now. And that member is Corey. Corey
from New York
has been a part of OC Revolution
28 pounds.
as well for a hot minute, and has been able to prove himself. Corey, in one match, I believe, not this previous OC Revolution, but the one before that, I believe he hit not one cutter, not even 2 cutters. I think he hit a couple cutters in a row, and it was crazy. It was wild. He knew exactly what he was doing. It was incredible. And he earned himself a title shot then. Luckily enough, he was able to earn himself another title shot, and that title shot is at Avi-Mania 3. The Mafia is going to Avi-Mania 3. The Mafia could earn gold at Avi-Mania 3, and it's all on the back of Corey. If this were the Gauntlet match, he'd be entering at number 3. Not an impossible journey, but a journey. It is a journey nonetheless, and he would either be facing off against Jacob Baker, the champion, or we could also be guaranteeing ourselves a brand new champion. He could be going up against Carlos. I think Carlos could take on Jacob. I think he could, to be honest. Carlos, he's the wrestling purist. If anyone could do what he can, but I'll tell you what, Corey's got moxie. Corey, if anything, has a moxie, and moxie will take you a long way. Moxie will help you find opportunity, will help you find the right moment, but all the pianos. And there's a lot of mixed feelings about Pierce. Perch. He came through and he slid in and he was one of the greatest immediately. Everyone thought that he was going to be the future OC champion, not at Avi-Mania 3, but that night. But perhaps he flopped, perhaps he had stepped wrong inside of the cell. Maybe he was a little bit too out of himself, but now he's looking out and he's saying, okay, I know what I've gotten myself into now. I know what I have to do. I know that this is my time to shine. Last time I proved myself and then I immediately let everyone down. Everyone believed in these pianos and thought that I was a threat, and I proved it. And then I let them down. This time I won't let them down. I can't let them down. Pierce. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, lad. Everyone's hitting these stairs. Y'all need to stop hitting these stairs. Come on. We pay a lot for those stairs. You might dent them. At least you're not throwing them, because, you know, that would suck. Please do not throw my stairs. Hands out. Celebrating. Best of luck to you. Pierce Perch. Those pianos, they scare me. But you know what scares me more? Not knowing who the fourth person in those all-star championship matches are going to be. I know a general list of who they might be. I'm saying that now, but I really don't yet. I truly don't know yet, but I will soon. I'm excited for it. Let's see how it all plays out. Entering last in the gauntlet could have been, if this were gauntlet rules, Golden. And that would be a golden opportunity. Golden would be the one and only. Golden would be the last person in. And Golden going into that spot, that might be enough to guarantee a victory. We'll see how it all plays out. It's not always, and this is something we have to remember about wrestling, it's not about who's better. I mean, it is. But hear me out, let me finish. It's not always about who's the best, because every night is different. It's all about who's better on that night. You could be better than somebody 364 days of the year, but on the one night where the title's on the line, if you're better, that's all that really matters. On the date of OC Revolution, Jacob Baker was the better competitor. That doesn't mean that he's better than Golden. At Avi-Mania, it could be Golden who's better on that day. Will Golden be better this Saturday? Will anybody else be better this Saturday? Or will Jacob Baker, who is now watching everyone, be better? The two of them work together, but maybe that was just so Jacob Baker could immediately go after Golden. Golden not having it. Ooh, tried to go for it. Looked like a stunner of sorts. And I think this one might be a little bit of a hard-hitting brawl, elimination style yet again. 5 competitors and a big hit. Ooh, here's the thing. You have moves that you need a lot of space for. In a match like this, it's going to be hard to accomplish them. However, when it is 1v1 inside the gauntlet, it's going to be easy peasy. Jacob taking it over to Corey. Corey striking back against Jacob. Jacob having a history with the Mafia. Admittedly, Jacob is one of the reasons the Mafia was invented. Going Golden already down for 2. But Corey going after Pierce, trying to say, Pierce, you are absolutely a fraud. A flop, a one-hit wonder, but got caught by that stunner. Or maybe even cutter from the middle rope. And another, ooh, barbed wire baseball bats in play, hitting the jacket twice. But oh my gosh, bare skin against barbed wire will always hurt. Way, way worse. And now Pierce is taking the worst of it. Golden taking it too. Honestly, I don't know who took it that time, but that thing went wild. Jessica also got the worst of a bunch of those exchanges. Pierce dropping Golden onto the apron. Deep arm drag by Jacob Baker. Corey going after Jacob again. Swinging neck breaker as Corey rolls out of the ring. I'm sorry. Corey is not rolling out of the ring. Carlos rolled out of the ring. Corey is slowly stomping at every single ligament that Jacob has, actually. And goes for a quick pinfall this early on. No resiliency built up yet. Jacob's gonna have to kick out, and does. Here's the thing. I think Jacob, it might have been better for him to just keep his shoulders down and say, yeah, I'm done here. But we've seen him do this countless times, and he doesn't hit it because it's reversed by Jacob Baker into a power slam. Super kick by Golden. And look at this. Leaves him there saying, all right, I reversed this. Oh my gosh, reversed his finisher, but walked directly into, oh my gosh, did you see that? He was in that crossface, but then he got punted in the face while in the crossface by Pierce. And another shot, that seems to be Golden's favorite move off of that, that springboard. Middle rope onto the stunner. And we've seen these two, oh my gosh, into the lungs. I was gonna say these two have built up a little bit of a repertoire as well. Knee to the face. Corey was one of the last people in against Golden. Golden was injured, now seems to be A-okay. Oof. Golden had lost resiliency, but had to fight and fight and fight against Corey, and was able to fight his way into the championship match at OC Revolution, was not able to come out on top. Had one pin, but did not pin twice. Jacob Baker was the first one to do that, and that's why he's still the champion. However, this time it's not going to be 2 falls, it's going to be gauntlet rules. You're going to have to be the last person standing in that gauntlet to become the OC champion. Oh, slammed onto the apron. And this is the danger of having this fight so close to Avi-Mania. Jacob's still able to put his body on the line, but maybe it's more so because he's going after Golden, and now the two of them are taunting to each other. It looks like Corey and Golden do hate each other a little bit more than we thought. Boom! Knees to the knees to the chest. Pierce kind of just watching everyone tear each other apart. Keep in mind, pinfalls have to happen in that ring, and right now in the ring, it's Corey. It is, it's now everybody. I was gonna say it's Corey, it's Golden, it is also Carlos, now it's Pierce and Jacob. A pinfall is being made, that's 1. It's a kick out just at 1. Oh, but look at this, another crossface? No, that's not even a crossface. That looks like a Gargano escape. Elbow to the face. It was really Jacob who escaped. Ooh! Corey down! The wrestling purist showing what he can do, and that is a 2 count. Corey, the first one to burn resiliency in this fight. Uppercuts by Carlos. Corey wisely rolling out onto the apron. Pierce, I think, thinking about following. No, instead, oh my gosh, look at the high-flying maneuvers. Pierce able to land on his feet, and it's a super kick on Corey. And I think Jacob's looking to pick up the scrap, saying, all right, they did the work for me. I'm gonna take you out. Big chop sends Corey flying. Ladies and gentlemen, count to infinity. That man is out of this fight. Corey of the Mafia, the first one eliminated, and Jacob's the one who picked it up and picked up the scraps. And maybe that's exactly what he'll do at Avi-Mania 3. Maybe he'll come out last and pick up the scraps. 1, 2, kick out. Carlos did not have resiliency built up, had to kick out with whatever he had. Boom! Big knee by Golden. And Jacob waiting for Golden to get up. Pierce kicks out. No resiliency. That's actually notable. He had resiliency and said, I don't need it. again with that cutter from the middle rope. Jacob, however, waits for him to turn around and throws the chair right into his face, waiting for a battered Golden, and goes right back after him, suplex into the pinfall. 1, 2, no, just 1. Oh, turn him around. A Gargano escape again. Jacob able to get out of it, bust Pierce wide open. And that is a face buster to the mat. Golden and Pierce both competed against each other in that Hell in a Cell match as well. Golden, however, catches that arm and sends Carlos down with that cutter. Pierce, what would have looked like a really cool move, completely whiffed it, completely missed it. That's 1, that's 2. Carlos kicks out again without resiliency. Carlos, hold on. They call him the wrestling purist for a reason. Tried to, oh my gosh. Jacob's going wild with that steel chair, but Carlos, who had just been knocked out with that steel chair, immediately gets right back up. And the wrestling purist, goodness gracious, sends him neck first into the mat, rolls up the champion. That's 1. That's 2. Pins the champ. Saw a moment, said there's no resiliency on his side. There's a chance that we could see in this final 2. Oof. He went for it, but it didn't really work out in his favor. I was gonna say there's a chance in this final 2 we could see Pierce versus Carlos, but standing in the way of that happening, I'll tell you though, is Golden, and you don't count Golden out. We learned that the hard way. Is Golden potentially gonna set up that table? No, it's still 2K24. It's still 2K24 AI. Of course they're not gonna set up the table. Who would have thunk? All right. That being said, big knee by Golden. Everyone drinking in the adoration. Pierce whiffing with that kick, misses it entirely, however. Neck breaker, ooh, into a face buster. Look at that. Pierce going wild. Got caught by Carlos. Wrestling purist has him up. But Pierce with the reversal. Trying to drag Carlos back in the ring. Carlos able to get out of it. Golden trying to wait for his opportunity to get into the action as well. Oh, but he might be in trouble. We've seen him do this before. Pierce, no! Golden's laying there motionless. Oh, but I spoke too soon. Able to get right back up. Goodness gracious, we know that match. That move, rather, can end matches, can end careers potentially. Stop sign out of the hands of Pierce, now into the face of of Carlos, into the face of Pierce, into the back of Pierce, and knee into the face of Carlos. Golden standing tall in a drop kick. Pierce lifted up. We've seen this before. Oh, but we won't see it right now because actually Pierce with a reversal throws the face of Golden into the apron. I thought was going to throw Golden into the ring. Does do that now and then focuses back in on Carlos. But Golden goes flying. You can't turn your back. You can't turn your back on Golden. But look at this. Maybe you can't turn your back on Carlos as well. Boom! Right onto the stop sign. Golden's got to watch out. Golden's got to watch out in this fight. Because at this point in time, he's taken so many major headshots. One more big hit and his head could be injured right before Avi-Mania III. And look at this, Carlos, the wrestling purist, just showing off what he can really do. Has no resiliency at this point, but now putting people away. Pierce has no resiliency either. Barbed wire baseball bat hits the chest of Carlos. Carlos rolls through, able to slap it out of the hands, goes off of the ropes. Boom, cross body into the pinfall. Hold on, Carlos, 1, 2. Kick out. Golden, no resiliency. Kick out by Golden with no resiliency, spine buster. Oh, but that kick just caught Carlos, and Carlos wisely saying, oh, I need to stay out of this. Golden going after Pierce instead, climbing to the top rope, and boom. Oh, tried to go for that double stomp. Pierce able to reverse it, caught a knee. Oh, but Golden weaved out of the way of that elbow. Off the ropes. Sliding kick. Into the pin. Is that enough to put Pierce away? That's one. That's two. His eyes are glazed over. He's down and he's out. Football right to the head. Clothesline into the corner. Carlos can't let Golden hit that move because if he does, it's all over. And he might just now bouncing the head of Carlos against the mat. And Golden has that momentum going on to Avi-Mania 3. Will this be the sight at Avi-Mania 3? Will it be all Golden? If he enters last, I think there's a good chance. Here's the thing, if he enters first, I'll be real, I think there is still a chance. If anyone can survive the gauntlet, I think it could be Golden. We'll see what the numbers say when they enter the gauntlet. We'll see who enters when and who walks out as AWE OC champion. I'm excited to find out. Aren't you? I am. But Rebellion's been fun so far. But once again, as the stars go dark, we got one more match. It's Extreme Rules, and it is 2 All-Stars in the AWE. It is Miss Mona Megistus. It is now Egokoro. All ego. All Egokoro. She's not all ego. In fact, this is a match that I think a lot of us could have been waiting for. Maybe they have a little bit of history. They were Knights together. And keep in mind that the person who started Knights was Miss Mona. For the right reasons, and now joined also for the right reasons and left right afterwards. That being said, let's see who goes on to Avi-Mania. Will it be now? Will it be Mona? The stars go dark, and we find out. It all begins now.
The following is an
starting off,
Rules match.
it's Miss
Making her
Mona.
way to the ring from out of this world.
From out of this world, yeah.
Montana.
Mona Megistus, the great astrologer, Mona. She's walking in. She's a part of Knights. And one has to remember, she started Knights. And the first 2 people who we saw in the Knights circle were Tokiko and Now. Now had joined up with Knights, and we were all saying, why now, why? And we, at the end of the year, we did figure out why now, why. And it was for the right reasons, but Now was in a bad place. Now she's in a much better place, and now where she wants to go is Avi-Mania 3. A long time ago, she lost Mishima. A year ago, she lost Mishima. She was in a dark place. She was walking out with what she thought was Mishima and something only she could see. And then she took some time off to find herself. She had made sporadic appearances, but she took so much time to find herself. And now she's fired up. Now she's here. And she's saying her time is now. Now? Best of luck to you. You've had, at this juncture, a year-long journey, and the entire audience, they're here for it too. They're saying now. They're saying it's her time now. She's got the audience backing. Mona, admittedly, probably has the audience backing too. But one has to remember a Now story. She's an all-timer. She is, and like how we say Arven is that table's champion. Now is that table's champion for the women's division. Let's see how this all plays out. It's Now. It's Mona. It's our main event at Rebellion, and it is Starting at this moment in time. I'm gonna try and stop saying now so many times because now I say now and also her name. As this kicks off, Mona has the advantage, able to get the early start, but hey, it's not all about the early start, it's about how you win. We saw that earlier in the match with Fulgent and whiffing that entirely. Mona, however, connects up right to the chest of now. I was gonna say, we saw the early storm does not always grant you the victory. Fulgent had the early storm pretty much the entire match, but he had his finisher reversed. The one and only Gamma had a signature, was able to work up a finisher too. I'm sorry, Mona, you would... Oh my gosh! Headbutts! Goodness gracious! A little aggression by Mona. And a code breaker, knees to the face. Goes for the pinfall early. Now, she has not been able to get much offense on Mona at all, and Mona's trying to keep it that way. Now gets up quickly, and Mona goes outside the ring, sets into Extreme Rules. So, let's get Extreme Ladder in play. They're not in the ladder match. I don't know if I've ever seen the AI set up a ladder outside of a ladder match, other than putting it on the announcer's table and making a bridge. That's crazy. And it was to Mona's own downfall as she ran face first into it. Let's see how this all plays out. Standing Spanish fly. Knee right to the, almost right to the eye socket, and now, and another stomp to the face. Now is in a little bit of trouble. Drop kick to the side of the skull. Now's gonna need, not some help, she's gonna need to get her head in the game. Right now, it's been pretty much all Mona. She's waiting, I was like, she's waiting for her to get up, at the very least saying, come on, defend yourself. If you want that All-Star Championship, you're gonna have to take that opportunity from me falling into that drop kick. Is this going to be the juncture where now starts to take advantage? She's starting to back away from Mona. Maybe doesn't even want to, maybe doesn't want to fight Mona all that much. Mona kind of gave her that opportunity, saying, hey, you guys got rid of the man who destroyed Mishima, who killed Mishima, who took Mishima away from me. I know this is wrestling, and I know that I should be doing what I can to try and win titles, have great matches, but I have a great sense of respect for you. However, look at that. Mona was trying to hit that signature on the outside, instead now said, all right, okay. If I can reverse this, then I can try and turn the tides. And turning the tides, she might just do. Mona jumping right back outside of the ring. Now still, it seems like reluctant to use that. Oh, but she does, and she stops the ladder from being bridged. It clips to the outside and is abducted and, turned transparent by the ghosts that haunt the arena. Who would have thunk? Chair's broken. It broke right on Now's face, unfortunately. Now tossed back in the ring. Mona. Once again, it has been mostly Mona for this entire fight. She could go for a pin right now, and I would not blame her. Now rolls out of the way. Oh, but look at that, rolling into a super kick. Into a moonsault, into the pin. My gosh, that's one. That's two. Kick out. Now's hurting. But keep this in mind now, Mona has built up a finisher. Now wisely rolling to the apron. Mona hitting the face of Now. What is she thinking here? Stunner on the ropes. Now tumbles to the outside. Mona again jumps out. Now potentially maybe didn't have her head in the game either. But I'll be real, one signature, one finisher, this could even things up in the blink of an eye. Nobody has burned resiliency. Nobody's out yet. That's the one thing I can say with confidence. Nobody's out yet. Now said, you wanted to set this up. Maybe I need to set this up. This could be the equalizer I need. As she dives to the outside. Hurricane Rana almost into the ladder. That Hurricane Rana could have spelled devastation, could have spelled despair for Now as she's going to throw the face of Mona into that ladder. I'll tell you what, we saw this go on for a while with Sarah and Klee. Will the same thing happen here with Miss Now? No, I think she learned from those mistakes, instead goes and picks up, nothing. She just walks around, goes, oh no, she's going for a weapon. Kendo stick, and Mona jumped right into it, said, I'm gonna jump out of the ring again, and now was ready for her. Oh, but I'll tell you what, twist of fate. Now suffering on the outside. It is going to be an uphill battle for Now, because Mona knows what it means to be extreme. We know that she's been training, I think really for the past month, with Miss Samugi. And this may be the edge that Miss Mona needed. We know Samugi, she can pull out that edge, but Mona not really an edgy type, but maybe that's what she was working on, getting a little bit more edge, maybe making sure that she can come out on top when the bell rings. When the ring is set, when the lights go on. We'll see if she's able to do it against Miss Now. Now, however, not giving up in the slightest. Super kick against the face. Mona is, honestly, devastating now. All it's going to take really to even things out is one good reversal, but I'm not sure if Now's going to be able to get it. Oh, maybe I spoke a second too soon. Because now, tossed over the top rope is Mona. And if Now can take advantage right now, so many Nows right at this present moment, if she is able to take advantage, and it looks like she might not be because Mona's back in charge again. But maybe that was commentator's curse, because Now, back in, has Mona right where she wants her, tosses her onto that ladder, lifts her again, drops her face onto the ladder. Did you hear the ka-chunk? Hurt me, hurt my existence, tosses Mona into the ring. Egokoro, all Egokoro. Still love that. Oh, hold on, she said come and get me, and Mona, oh my gosh, she baited Mona to jump onto the ladder. She said, come and get me, and Mona was just said gladly. She went up but couldn't stop herself. Now slid back into the ring, but a wicked kick. Right onto the jaw. Onto the jaw of Mona. I'm sorry, by Mona, onto Now. Now stunned, she's hurting. But here's the thing, no pinfalls have been attempted in this fight. And now she's still able to fight on the outside. They have to happen in the ring, and right now they have just been essentially having a bit of a street fight. Big punch. Hold on, what's going on here? Blue Thunder Bomb by Now. And that may have been what turns the tide in this fight. Now needed one big move, and she just hit it. Oh, but another wicked kick, almost decapitating Miss Now. Egokoro caught the leg. Still awake and able in this fight. German suplex capture. I'm sorry, it was not a German suplex, it was a capture suplex. And tossing Mona in the ring. Here's the thing. Now, why is he picking up a weapon? But this time, Mona did not miss. Mona said, you fooled me once, but now your back is turned. Don't ever turn your back to me. Mona realizing this might be my opportunity to try to throw Miss Now into the ring. Egokoro able to get out of it. Toss. No, look at that reversal. Mona able to get the advantage, now trying to get back up to her feet, but Mona's waiting for her. Kick again right to the jaw, and if she goes for the pin here, it might be all over for Now. Stomps on the arm, heels first, digging into the skin, lifts her up one more time, throws her on the ropes, waits for her to get kicked. The stars align, and that is one, that's two, and that is a resiliency burn from Now. The match ain't over, but Now is on wobbly legs. She's on, she's running on fumes at this point. She's slowly getting up to her feet. Oh, but we've seen this before. She's able to hit this German suplex after the go to sleep into the pinfall. Beautiful maneuver, 1, 2. It is anybody's game now. And keep in mind, the one who holds the finisher is now Egokoro. Trash can is in play, tossed right towards Mona, and all now has to do is stomp her and get her up, but a kick right to the face could be enough to take now down. Mona's getting into the corner. Keep in mind, she's got that finisher ready. It is likely whoever hits this next shot is going to go to Avi-Mania III. Now lifted up. Reversed Mona into a German suplex. Do you believe? Mona's getting up. Onto the shoulders. Is she gonna hit it? Go to sleep. Into the German suplex. Into the pinfall. Clyde's counting it. 1, 2. Oh, no shot. Is Mona's trading paying off? Because, oh my gosh, that should have been it. Drop kick to the back. But turns around. And a kick. The stars align again. 1, 2, and now put an incredible fight. But Mona's going to Avi-Mania III. My gosh.
Here is your winner.
For a second, the whole world stopped. When now, who had been brutalized this entire fight, turned things around, blew Thunderbomb outside the ring, go to sleep in a German burn resiliency, and when she set her up one more time into the perfect pinfall. 1, 2, kick out. This much room is what separated now going to Avi-Mania III. But this much room of the hand of Clyde to the mat is what saved Mona's dreams as she kicked out and made the stars align and now was knocked out. Lights out. Congratulations to Mona. And now we know. We got ourselves a show. Yeah, a show. It's gonna be fantastic. We now know all 3 competitors who will be in that match at Avi-Mania III. Not all 3 though. I guess there's still a little bit of uncertainty because let me see. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. We got Junko. We got Klee, we got Mona, but who's that 4th person? Oh yes, you can vote for them right now. That poll is open. Make sure you go and vote. But this was our show. We had Gatekeeper and Mona join their respective All-Star Championship matches. It's gonna be a fantastic Fatal 4-Way. Mona, the best of luck to you. You'll be going up against the fiery Klee. Oh, interesting. a little bit of Masters rivalry, huh? Between Klee and Mona. They'll be in the ring together. That's something we have to watch out for. However, they'll be with Junko and one of your picks. So we'll see what that's gonna be. That being said, on the gentleman's side, we have the Gatekeeper joining up with Arataki Ito, and joining up with Q-Taro. We will have 2 triple threat matches this Friday at Fracture. It will be Gatekeeper, it will be Q-Taro, and it will be Ito. It will be Junko, it will be Mona, and it will be Klee, and it will be fantastic tonight. We've learned so much. It's going to be a fantastic time, and I guess most importantly, we'll see how the rest of this goes. I am very pleased with how this went down. Golden and Eren might be ones to watch in that gauntlet match, picking up momentum. You now know what these OCs are capable of. You know the show that they can put on, and they're going to give it their all when it comes to OC title matches at this year's Avi-Mania. We have a stacked card. I believe we have 14 matches. I think that's the most we can physically have in universe mode, but hey, I'm excited to see how this all plays out. So, I think we're good. I guess we can check the roster. We should check the news to make sure, I think Ashi is the only one who's hurt. Ashi is the only person who got hurt this week. That is a shame. Ashi will be walking into Avi-Mania 3 at a deficit. We'll see how that all plays out. But hey, remember, this Saturday, Avi-Mania 3. Pop me back on the screen, actually, with the stars going dark. This Saturday is Avi-Mania 3, so get excited, get hyped for it. It will be a fantastic show. We learned there will be a War Games match, there will be a Hell in a Cell match, there's going to be so many matches, so much on the line, so many titles on the line. It is truly the golden era for the AWE. So, hey, all we can say is, let's go get it. I'm your United States Aviator, taking off Toodaloo Flight Crew for Toonley, Dave, Bravo, Dave, Anomaly, the Nomakaris. I'm taking off this Friday. Be sure to tune in because it is the last night on the road to Avi-Mania. I can only hope that it goes down without fail. I don't think there's anything else I need to announce right now. We got a pretty good picture for what's going on at Avi-Mania 3. This week is the final week. Are you ready for it? I'm not sure. You better get ready. It seems like August flew by. But hey, I'm the aviator, so I mean, things flying by seems to be the right decision. So, Toodaloo Flight Crew, thank you for watching.